Stuff for your house here.
I think it's fair to say that ideas are a very important part of my working life. Without good ideas, I wouldn't have a business. I wouldn't be able to write books, I wouldn't be able to write articles, and I wouldn't be able to help clients. But the thing about ideas is, no one's ever taught me it, and probably no one's ever taught you how to be good at ideas. We've kind of learned as we've gone along. So I'm going to meet a guy who has been focusing on how to have better ideas. Let's go meet him.
We're never taught them at school, and we're never taught them in the workplace. We rarely taught them in the workplace. I don't know, did you have kind of where ideas come from lessons after PE, before RE, in school? You know, when I left school, I hadn't even left school actually. I got a job on a bread round when I was about 14 years old, and the very first day, the guy ran the bread round and said, "Can you come up with some ideas for how to sell more sandwiches?" And I was like, how do you come up with ideas? No one taught me to do this. And then you kind of go into work and in the workplace, and you're not really taught about ideas. You talk about how brainstorms work and how they run and what are the rules for a brainstorm, what works and what doesn't, but you're not really taught about the theory. You're not taught about how the brain works and how stuff like that. So it just got really interested. So I kind of started reading, and it became a big interest of mine. The first one was about the importance of collecting and why we should all collect, why we should have hobbies, and why we should just have interest outside our work. And the reason why that's important is because collecting teaches you about aesthetics, and it works your curiosity muscle, and it teaches you, it just teaches you so many things that feeds into where your ideas come from. The second one was about having the courage to reuse ideas, and don't be afraid of stealing. And what I mean by that is, I mean that if you take something from somewhere, make sure you move it on. It's not about where you take things from, it's where you bring them to. And there's no such thing as an original idea. All ideas are based on, they're built upon old ideas, they're built upon, combining two ideas together and come up with something new. And once you get over that stumbling block of, oh, I can't steal this idea, it's been done before, that's when you find coming up with ideas a hell of a lot easier. As long as you're not just duplicating someone else's idea. The third one was about the brain and how the brain works, why it's really important to allow your mind to wander, why it's important to take time off from work, why you always come up with ideas in the shower. It's really incredible how when you stop thinking, the idea just appears. Socrates believed that we were just all empty vessels, and ideas just swooped in, these demons swooped into our body, gave us the gift of ideas, and then swooped off again. And you can understand why he thought like that, because we do have these moments where we go, oh my god, I've got this idea.
What is it about going to new spaces and new places that kind of unlocks creativity and ideas? It's
about connections. It's when you go to familiar places, you miss a lot because you are so used to your surroundings. You stop looking. When you go to new places, you notice everything, and noticing is a really, really interesting thing. There's nothing better than landing in a new city, or getting off a plane and all of a sudden your eyes are wide and you're noticing all these incredible things. Creativity is just about connecting things, and it will just be something tiny that you spot that connects with something that's stored in the back of your mind, something that you might have collected. It might be a film that you've watched, a book that you've read, it might be a piece of art. The artist Austin Kleon said that basically we're a mashup of what we let into our lives. And all those things are stored, everything that we've let into our lives are stored somewhere in our brain. And when you go to a new place, you notice something that will connect with something that's stored in your mind somewhere. So that's why really it's good to walk away, to stop thinking about work, stop thinking about things, and just let the surroundings ease the ideas out.